In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the blades in the cutters if they need it. This is something you want to check before you cut your mat board. That way it doesn't snag or tear your mat board, but instead will give you nice, clean, crisp lines when you cut. So in our mat cutter box, we've got, again, the bevel cutters and the straight cutters, along with a box of new blades and our files. And what you want to do when you grab a straight blade and a bevel blade is you want to make sure that you check the cutting corner of that blade. See if I can get this to... Right here I can see there's a little chip on the sharp part of the blade. You can see that this is the sharp end of the blade. The other three sides are not sharp. So if you have a blade that has a chip, or like the corner is not a corner, like it's the part of it's been broken off, you need to change this blade. You're going to get tears and it's going to be really hard to cut your mat. Let me show you an example of a blade that's good and does not need to be changed. Here's another one of our push cutters. Again, you can see the sharp edge of the blade is here, and if you look closely, that corner is nice. It's clean, there's no chips, there's no breaks in it, so it is okay to use for cutting. So always check it, even when someone hands you, like if there's a lot of us doing mat cutting and someone hands you a blade, check it. They could have easily broken it when they were working, not that they did it on purpose or did anything wrong. They just break over time. So you just want to check it and make sure you're going to have a nice blade to do your cutting. If you see this, you have to change it, all right? And I will take you through how to change the blades and how to do so carefully, because it can be, kind of scary working with something sharp. But the bevel cutters, these two are push styles. They work like this. There's a little screw here. You unscrew it. Slide the blade out. Now, I would love it if you would check the other corner. And if the other corner, like it is here, is nice enough to use, just flip it over. Flip it over, replace it, align the hole, put the screw back in, and you're done. We don't need to replace an entirely new blade if the other corner is perfect enough to use, okay? So that will be just fine. Our pull style bevel cutters are a little bit more tricky. There is a screw over here that you need to loosen up first. You need to push this down a little bit. And this allows you to then move this more freely and allows you to take the blade out, where when that screw was in place, you couldn't move it beyond here. And there's no way you can take that out when you can't pull it anywhere. So then you loosen this here, which allows the blade to slide out, okay? And you look for clean edges to use. This, let's just say this one has both bad corners, okay? Put it to the side for now. You're going to find the blade box, and in it are little packets of blades, and really try to find a paper packet, okay? So you're not digging in and getting into sharp blades. And just gently open it, and I can tell, sorry, I can tell that the sharp blades are here. You can see the end that's sharp. There's a little bit of a different angle to it. Don't grab there. Flip it around and gently pull one off the top. Okay, my fingers are not touching the sharp part, so I'm okay. And then fold everything up nicely and put it back in the box so that when someone else needs one, they don't have to grab into a bunch of open blades, okay? Then, to replace this brand new blade, You slide it in. Tighten this back up, not so tight that you're going to snap the metal blade, but just snug so it doesn't want to wiggle. And just double check and make sure it goes down and through so it's actually going to be useful for cutting. And then flip it over. Press with your thumb. Okay, press it so the blade is through. Be careful not to stick your fingers there and cut yourself. And then you're going to bring this screw back out. See how it does that? And then it just holds it in place. So it's just this action when you're actually cutting versus allowing it to come all the way back here. Okay? For our straight cutters, it's very similar to the bevel cutters. There's a screw here that you take out. But then there's a metal panel that comes off first, and then you can take the blade off. And again, check if the other corner is beautiful to use, then flip it. And this one, let me turn it so we can see it. It says standard mat board, and this is for foam board. This tells you the depth to which the blade can go, and we want to have standard mat board. In most cases, I mean, for special cases, you might be using foam board. So you just want to make sure that that screw lines up with the standard mat board line so that it gives us the right depth that we need. And you place the panel back on, and then you put the screw top back on. I like to. Okay. Oop, and it shifted on me. It shifted as I was screwing it in, so I gotta be careful. Let me move it. Okay. There we have it. All right, now it's in line with my standard mat board, so it's good to go. Now, disposing of your old blades. Please, please, please don't just throw these blades in the trash can. Our student workers and our maintenance staff that cleans out our trash cans, sometimes they pour things into other trash cans, and I don't want anyone to get hurt. So what you need to do is wrap these in newspaper. And then tape them up. Wrap the tape around it so that no one can push their hand in the trash and get cut by this, okay? If you're unsure about this, then you can come see me, but I imagine that you can very easily wrap this up and throw it in the trash can.